Dude, you know what the best part about emulation and all this retro gaming stuff popping off lately is that I'm going through my midlife crisis. Yep, I just barely said that. I will admit it. I'm going through my midlife crisis. And the fact that this is like popping off lately just means that I can create more content on all of this stuff. And it makes me really happy to see like retro video gaming coming back. And to be completely honest, we can thank all the companies like Nintendo and just like all the companies that are selling games for 80 bucks, releasing games that you're never going to own, and all of that kind of stuff. Regardless, there is a ton of updates going over emulation. I don't really know where I'm headed with what I'm about to say. I'm just attempting to make an intro here as I show you everything that we're going to be talking about, and we are almost over right here. Lastly, so really quick, I do want to say I am not a news channel. I am just a guy sharing stuff like a friend would. So if you do not like the more conversational style of content, then I am not the guy to watch, and you can go and watch one of the other creators that are just copying and pasting one another. Dolphin Emulator update makes games more stable and adds improved controller support. I want to say something here, dude. Something really cool about the GameCube is that I had no idea that this was somewhat similar to the Game Boy Advanced, right? So I'm going to go ahead and zoom in here so that you guys can actually read it. I had no idea that this was kind of similar to the Game Boy Advance. And for those of you that are confused about what I'm talking about, like the Game Boy Advance had tons of video games for like cartoons like Ed, Ed and Eddie, Daffy Duck, and all of that kind of stuff. I know Daffy Duck. So Donald Duck, Daffy Duck. Yeah, no, there's two. I don't know why I got that miscombobulated in my brain. Daffy Duck, Donald Duck, and all the ducks. You feel me? Goof Troops and just all of that kind of stuff. So I was browsing all the games and stuff the other day, and I realized there's like an Ed, Ed and Eddie game that I'm absolutely going to play the crap out of because the cartoon was like one of my favorite cartoons like ever. So this right here is if you play a pirated copy of Super Smash Brothers exactly 69 times. You can't tell me that's not at least, I know it's going to suck like if it actually happens to you, but at least 69 times on the Nintendo 64, Nintendo's quote unquote sneaky anti-piracy measure is going to lull the illegitimate user into a false sense of security and trap you as Mario forever. That's literally all I need to say about this. I just thought that that was kind of funny. I know it would actually suck if you like if that actually ended up happening to you. I don't know why I'm saying actually so many times in the same statement, but you get my point. I just think that that's kind of funny that there's something like that going on. However, it is a little bit concerning. You're cottonmouth right now. It is a little bit concerning because like how do they know that? Like do they like implant that into the actual ROM? Whereas if you like are using the game on a console, it knows that it's like not, or if you're using it on a console, like it resets itself or something. Like, does that make sense to you? For those of you that are wondering how I'm getting the footage that I'm getting, it's with the 12 terabyte KONKR drive and then the emulation PC. I did start to include the best emulation consoles, the best emulation handhelds, and then the retro game PC setup, which includes that 12 terabyte drive. And we do have a video building that entire computer if you would like to like actually build that. It's the cheapest computer that you can build, but either way, let's go ahead and move on. It's not a sales pitch. You know, I kind of put the PC business on hold. So this right here, Ayaneo's most affordable Android handheld ever costs less than a Nintendo Switch 2 video game. It's just absolutely bonkers to me where gaming has gone. And it's not even, I was actually talking about this the other day because they had to put these like freaking electric panels out and because we're getting these like heater air conditioner units, and they had like in order for the electricity they had to put like new friggin' outlets. So I have to like I'm gonna have to like I actually might just get another TV. You imagine that if I get like 285 and how tell me if you think that would be cool. Would that be a better backdrop? Two TVs back there. Oh my god, my ear just popped. And now it's gonna annoy me because it's quiet in here. My friggin' anxiety. I get panic when it's really quiet. I really do. I hate it. I actually might turn my fan up, honestly. But either way, Ayaneo's most affordable Android handheld ever cost less than a Nintendo Switch 2 game. Ayaneo ended up revealing specs and pricing for its first budget handheld, the Pocket Air Mini, with a modest MediaTek G90T SoC. The cheapest configuration starts at $70. The specs are weak, but Ayaneo promises full compatibility with the PS1, Nintendo 64, and Dreamcast. Definitely pronounced that correctly. Dreamcast, plus some GameCube and PS2. I actually was running into a problem with the PS2 emulator and RetroBat actually on that Kinhang drive. I had to update it. Oh my god, dude, my friggin' ear, it's gonna bug the crap out of me because I can't think straight. But anyways, that's such a good price for this. So there's also the Anbernic RG355XX. It's more of a Game Boy Advance. It doesn't have the joysticks or anything like that, but that thing's dirt cheap. It's like $40. And I mean, obviously, I'm pretty sure it comes with like I think it's only a 16 gigabyte SD card. But either way, that's still one of my favorite handhelds. But regardless, that's really all I need to say about this. Like, it's funny because Nintendo Switch is like kind of, I really do. I feel like it's all the gaming companies' faults that like the emulation stuff and just retro gaming popping off on YouTube and like all of that kind of stuff coming back. I really do feel like it's the game company's fault, and then it's also Nintendo's fault, just kind of like screwing like their community, man. Like they actively screw their community, like they actively hate them. It's not like, oh well, whatever. It's not like Sony where they just kind of like they release something and then like uh whatever, like upping PlayStation Plus or removing your game library or just being Sony. I don't think I need to go down the rabbit hole of Sony there. But like Nintendo actively does it. Like, oh, here's my Pokemon basketball. We're going to sue you for making a basketball that looks like a Pokemon. Oh, you want to make a Nintendo Switch accessory? Oh, we're going to sue you because that's not our accessory that goes with the Nintendo. Oh, you want to show off our Nintendo Switch 2 a week early to advertise it for us and generate more sales for us. Oh, we're going to sue you for doing that. Like they literally actively hate their like community. So this right here, ModRetro is quote unquote contributing to the MiSTer FPGA project and not looking to replace it with the M64, says CEO. I've really been getting into the FPGA scene because it's something that I just barely discovered. And for those of you that are maybe like me and be learning about this for the first time, what FPGA is it's basically a way to restore old consoles or a way to build a new version of that old console and be able to play the games from that console on your creation of the console. Does that make sense? So like say you have a Nintendo 64 or something and it suddenly stops working and it's because the motherboard fried or something. Like you can get an FPGA motherboard and like replace it. Does that make sense to you? So it's like it's a replacement for what's in the console. It's obviously not the original because again, what I just barely said, Nintendo would sue you if it was the exact same thing. So it's not going to be the exact same thing. However, for the most part, it's going to be the exact same thing. They probably move like whatever. It's literally identical to the original, but they have to like place this little metal pin like maybe a millimeter over. So so when Nintendo tries to sue them for roughly $7 billion, they can say, no, this is not the same. We moved a pin a millimeter. It's just hilarious, dude. It really is. Because it's the saddest part is I'm not even joking. But either way, ModRetro, it's just cool. And there's actually a ton of Nintendo 64 controllers that are coming out. I'm pretty sure I have it open, don't I? If I don't, here, let me hang on one second. Because I know I shared it. Here we go. Here's the new ones. So these aren't the 8-bit new ones, but these are another one that just barely come out, and they are a little bit cheaper than the 8-bit new ones. You know, like $40 or something like that. But yeah, I'm going to close that out. This right here, Anbernic. This is literally the company that I was just barely talking about. Anbernic RG. I hate the way they name them. RG476H. Are you ever going to remember that? The only one I remember is the RG355X because it's literally my favorite one. I don't even remember the other one that I like. It's kind of similar looking to this one. I forget what it's called. But let's go ahead and move on here. This is going to be $150. Original, it's $164. That's a good deal, man. So Anbernic and Ayaneo, man, they're always releasing handhelds lately. And so Ayaneo has always done it. They've always been like, oh, hey, we're gonna make this. And then a week later, we're gonna make another one. And then a week later, we're gonna make another one. We're gonna make another one. But dude, I swear, like the past 6 months, it really does feel like emulation and retro gaming has just completely popped off. And yeah, dude, because I honestly may stop like or not stop because I genuinely like PC gaming, but I may just like stop uploading like the PC gaming content on the like I don't want to say it's a podcast, but it's kind of what it is at this point, like the podcast gaming freaking emulation channel. I don't know what to consider it anymore. It's not a gaming channel anymore. It's like because gaming is like I'm just at this point, dude, across each of my channels, I really am just making content that I would want to see, content that I would want to watch, and producing content in a way that would make me want to spend time with the creator and watch content from that creator because it's getting obnoxious at this point, like the artificial intelligence crap. And just so we're clear, it's not just like AI generated content. It's like it's fake creators creating content and just listen. I understand that people have time, which is why I've started to put that intro in my videos. Is just I want to have conversations with people and talk about the stuff that I'm sharing. And it just feels like people are so fake. They go to Chat GPT, they insert a bunch of links, they have it write them a script, and then they just like freaking talk about the article like for 2 seconds. And it just at least to me, man, I have nothing against the people that make shorter content. But for me personally, when I see people do that, it rubs me as if I don't care about this. I'm literally just making this video to make this video and make money from it. And I don't care about you. I'm never going to reply to one of your comments. I'm never going to like care. Like that's dude, have you not please tell me that you haven't noticed that like no big creator reads their comments, which is completely understandable to be if I'm to be honest, because it does impact your mental health like really bad. But YouTube has their features now where you can oh my god, that's the one. That's the other oh no, that's not the one. Hang on. Where's the other one that he just showed? Get out of here. Where's the other one this is the one I was talking about. Like, this is one of my favorite ones. I love that one. Wait, no, that's not is that the one? No, that's not it. Oh my goodness. Retro Game Corps, they're one of my favorite channels. You remember when ETA Prime used to make the, oh wow. When ETA Prime used to make the emulation videos? Where was I? I had a brain fart moment, dude. My ear is really bugging me. I have really bad anxiety. So let's go ahead and move on. I just wanted to share this. But about this has nothing to do with emulation. I'm actually just going to talk about this super quick. It replaces your entire data center. Scientists create DNA cassette tapes that holds more data than 1,000 hard drives. So you can literally store like billions and billions of songs on this. Like, and I just thought that was super cool. Cassette tapes, dude. I don't want to say they were before my time, but I grew up in the 90s, so this was kind of like we were transitioning from cassette tapes to CDs. So like cassette tapes were still a thing, but they weren't whatever. So anyway, oh, here we go. In a nutshell, scientists develop a DNA cassette tape that to tackle the global data storage crisis. The technology uses DNA's high density to store vast amounts of information in a tiny format. A single DNA tape could hold over 3 billion songs for surpassing traditional storage capacities. DNA storage offers a sustainable and efficient solution by reducing energy consumption. Is that not cool? I just think that that's cool. I want to show you something else as well, because there was somebody that put this one as well right here. Is this not cool as well? How much of a throwback would that be? Oh, but so the FPGA scene, I forgot to finish what I was saying there. So the FPGA scene, like I really want to start like building my own. The problem with buying old consoles and stuff right now, dude, is look, most people on planet Earth suck. It's just a fact. All right. And most people that are selling something are selling it for a reason, unfortunately, especially old stuff like this. Like if somebody still has a Nintendo 64, like they're not just like selling it for no reason. Like, you know what I mean, dude? Like, unless you go to a garage sale and see one, I don't know, dude. If I see a Nintendo 64 posted online for sale, I feel like it's being sold for a reason. What was the other one I wanted to share? Oh, this right here. Look at that Nickelodeon. I remember I used to play the crap out of this at my babysitter's with my best friend growing up, the Nickelodeon guts. All Real Monsters was I used to love the cartoon, but the game was a little bit frustrating. I couldn't figure it out. Rocko's Modern Life was one of my favorite cartoons. So I don't know, dude. I love that kind of stuff. But let's go ahead and move on here. This is just cool, and I thought I wanted to share it with people because I just thought it was cool. So this right here, Bitfunks. Love that name, Bitfunks. GCMCE breaks the limits of your GameCube's save data storage. GCMCE. So you literally get infinite storage for your GameCube, and then you can also transfer your save files over to computer. So if you want to, if you have the game and you have it on an emulator or something, you can like load up your your save file. So okay, so does it talk about it? Does it breaking the limits capacity? And you could also put it on it as well. Oh, well, you can tell from the photo. You see the USB-C right there? Like you can transfer like back and forth. I think that's pretty cool. So next up, Flickshot Rogues is the rare turn-based game that my brain is gelling with. This just looks like a little fun, almost like a video game, but it's a board game type of game. That's what turn-based games remind me of. They're just really relaxing, and they remind me of board games when I was growing up. Me and my friends used to, or babysitter, we would go over to my babysitter's neighbor because they were also the same age as us. And our favorite game to play together was Risk. I don't know how many of you played that. So Risk, Clue, and then there was another one that I can never remember. Yeah, I don't remember what it was. I just can't remember what the name of it is. I hate that. There's also a freaking game on but either way, it's just a new game that I wanted to share with people. It looks kind of fun for people that are into like the board game type of games. So Retro Pixel Pocket Revision is available now. Is this the demake? No, that's not. Hold on. I share so much stuff, dude. This is honestly a big reason I don't. This is the one, right? So it's Resident Evil is the demake. This is why I don't cross promote my game or my YouTube channels. It's because I know that people don't have the time to watch like the content across the channels, and so while people might have the best intentions, I really do not give a crap about follower count, dude. I just don't care. I'm sharing stuff with like-minded people and just trying to create communities that can have conversations with one another. That's really the only reason I make videos. And the style of videos that I make, I'm literally just sharing stuff on stuff that I enjoy and stuff that I do. So it's not hard for me to make content in the way that I do. Just because, I mean, this is what I do for a living. So I have fun doing what I do. And now that I've put the PC business on hold for a little bit, I just don't, you know what I mean? I have so much more time to create the content. And I know people don't have the time to watch 3 hours worth of videos from the exact same person, even if you're just like following me to like support me and stuff. It has such a terrible impact on the algorithm. If you unnaturally follow me and don't watch the content consistently. These are pretty, dude, I love the Game Boy Advance. It's my favorite handheld. This reminds me of the RG355. Super sick. Nice. So it's just a new handheld. It really has, dude. It's so cool to see everything popping off lately. in the emulation scene. It's absolutely bonkers. So two cult favorite Bandai Namco GBA games are coming to the Nintendo Switch Online next week. So these are just two games from, I'm not going to play this because for reasons I don't need to. I don't feel like Nintendo's suing me for advertising their games that people are literally paying for. Sorry, Nintendo, but if you're going to sue everyone, I'm not going to, nah, dude, I'm gonna pass. But either way, this was a really good game on the PlayStation consoles. So next up, Ayaneo announced a lower price for their new Pocket Air Mini. Wait, I just shared that, idiot. So this right here, this is another new game that just looks fun, and I wanted to share it. So there's actually I want to show you something. There's a prehistoric game, Primal Planet. This one. This game, it really is super awesome. Whoa, dude, relax with your audio. It's like so what this game's about, are you gonna play? What this game's about is like him, so it's like alien dinosaurs, and then the alien kills his mom, and he has a little pet dinosaur. And I just, dude, the vibe of it is totally my thing. Like, I love learning about outer space. I love dinosaurs. I love like ancient like jungles and stuff. So this is so totally my vibe. So Primal Planet, it's on Steam. I don't know if it's on consoles. Is it? It might be on consoles. No, it's not on consoles, unfortunately. But it is on Steam. So this right here, Heroes of Might and Magic. So I mean, it's totally something that you guys would like anyways, because it's like a retro type game, pixel. So the thing is, like, unfortunately, man, like, I know that this isn't like everybody's saying, and it looks boring, but for me, dude, like, I'm kind of at a point in life where I just want to play relaxing games. You know, I don't like the newer stuff where it's super whatever. Like, it just seems like games nowadays, they're all trying to create the biggest game with the most amount of stuff, with the most amount of time to play the game, with this and that, and then 4 years later, you finally get the thing that you want inside of the game. It's just, I'm more about like trying to just like find like super relaxing game. Actually, if you guys have any recommendations for relaxing games, let me know down in the comment section below. So this right here, AYN revealed the first gameplay footage of their Thor handheld. So this is like it's the same one that's like super customizable. Like they have one where like this flips out and it goes up here, and then this one can flip and turn around, and then this one comes out here, and there's like a freaking keyboard under it, and there's one that's like ridiculous. It's super insane. But yeah, so I just wanted to share that with you. It's like the first footage. If you want to go over to their YouTube channel, what is it called? Pretty sure it's just called AYN. Oh crap, I am not subbed to them. Rip. Bro. I hate the vidIQ update, man. It's so frustrating. It really is. It super sucks. Super sucks, because that totally makes sense. So this right here, 2 games are available with Xbox Game Pass. I just wanted to share this with you for those of you that have Game Pass. Such a good value. So Frostpunk 2 Wobbly Life. There's also another game that was what was the other one? There's other one that come out the other day as well. EA Sports. Oh, so it didn't come out. It's a free trial. It's a 10-hour trial of EA Sports. Okay, so this right here, Amiga Lives. Apollo A6000 promises to pick up where the Commodore ended up leaving off. So here's the thing, dude. Like, when I grew up with the Super Nintendo, I grew up with the Sega Genesis, I grew up with the Game Boy Advance, I grew up with the Game Boy Color, I grew up with the Nintendo 64, PS1, PS2, Xbox, and then I kind of like got out of gaming during the Xbox 360 and PS3 era, got back into it with the PS4 when Destiny came out, then the PS5 released, and it was like, nobody could get it, so I went into PC gaming. So like this was never my thing, but like the other day when we covered that Atari console that's coming, like Atari's like actually releasing a new like handheld console with like it's got like I don't want to say three, I think it's like 200, not 300, but it's got like 200 games on it, and there's like a few of them from the Atari Jaguar. So I was the 12 terabyte drive that you're seeing in the background right now. Like I was exploring like all the Atari Jaguar games, and like you guys can't hear for copyright reasons. I can't share it, but like when you're browsing that drive and you're like looking at the games, like it plays the video game music, like it plays the audio from the music when you're watching the videos from it. And dude, some of the music on that, oh, it's better than the Super Nintendo. Like and I've said this multiple times as well. Like I would so totally 1,000,000% buy a new Sega Genesis in 2025 just if Sega would release it with better audio. Because the cool thing about the Sega Genesis is that it's aged better than the Super Nintendo as far as like graphics go, because the field of view is wider. Like the field of view is wider and your character is smaller. So like the Super Nintendo, when you're playing it, like it's super like you only have like 1/3 of your monitor like being used, and then you got these massive black borders on the sides. Like you can install that the BeastNS HD beta emulator, and it adds it like reads the game file and like puts the next like scroll where those borders are, but it doesn't work perfectly. And there's only certain games that it like Super Mario World, it's optimized for. The Legend of Zelda, it's optimized for. F-Zero, it's optimized for. Donkey Kong. So it works perfectly with like, I want to say probably like 10 or 15 games. But yeah, I mean, so not perfectly, but so from what you're seeing visually, it works perfectly. Like it actually like puts the level where it's supposed to. But still the problem lies where like you'll be playing and like, so let's say you're playing Super Mario, the turtle will like pop up like in like the in the middle of the screen. So like you're looking over here because you're used to like, I mean, unless you don't play any modern games, but you're looking over here and like the enemy will pop up like right here, and it's awkward. But either way, I'm kind of going a little bit off topic. So like a better audio, Sega releasing that, dude, like even if, because it's like Sega's like they're, I want to say like probably only like 1/4 of the screen is like missing. Whereas like the Super Nintendo, like literally 2/3 of the screen is missing. So it's like, I don't know. Dude, I have like a sinus infection, or my ears pop, my nose is itching out the rear end right now. But either way, I was scrolling the Atari Jaguar, and the music on that friggin' console is sick, dude. It's so much. It's like more deep than the Super Nintendo, and then it has like it has more detail. But I don't understand why that. The only reason I can think that the Atari Jaguar failed was marketing, because Nintendo had Mario, dude, and that people can hate Nintendo as much as they want, dude, but I really don't think that gaming right now would be where it is. Like it wouldn't have, or well, gaming would be popular, but it wouldn't have developed the way that it did without Mario. If that does that make sense to you? Just yeah, dude. So yeah, this is just really interesting to see, and they're also making a. So this is the Amiga. Oh my goodness! What was the other one from the other day? They're also making a new Commodore one. It's not an Amiga, but it's also, I don't remember what one it is. This right here. No, that's not the right one. So there's another one that looks like that. I think it's the Commodore. I share so much crap, sorry. I do. I'm a weirdo. I'm a freak. I'm a gaming freak. This is literally all I do all day long, is I just find cool stuff, and then I learn about it, and then I share it with people. This is nuts. $4 million Pokemon card. I did end up sharing it, so I'm trying to find it because I know that I should. So this is the Atari thing that I was just barely talking about. This is a PS1 FPGA that I mentioned. Neo Geo is also making a new handheld. Like these are all companies that are like doing it on their own. DuckStation got an update as well, by the way. So the PS3 emulator, yeah, that's something we're going to be talking about anyways. So the PS3 emulator, for those of you that didn't turn Windows updates off on your computer, this right, no, that's a Lego computer. Freaking A, dude. I know that there is one. I just don't know. I don't remember when I shared it. I know I shared it though, because I wouldn't be aware of it if I didn't share it. So I know it's here somewhere, but it's irritating me because I think it's the Commodore, but I don't want to mislead people. So this is a FPGA, the analog FPGA 64. For the, again, like what I was saying. Oh my god, I'm not gonna keep scrolling. I'm gonna go ahead and limit myself. But it is gonna annoy the living crap out of me if I don't find it or remember it. Frick that. I'm not gonna continue. But it is like a Commodore looking one. So yeah. Purchase of the brand made related. Oh, so yeah, and then you can obviously see the SD card slot. But anyways, it's like one of the benefit of those like things, dude. Cause you can like freaking you can go now. I can go load up the computer that we built back there and load up Amiga and just like browse what games were on the Amiga and stuff. I mean, you got a unicorn, so it's probably like freaking lame, but so anyways, Xbox new handheld UI has become available and it's giving FPS and battery improvements. So this is from ETA, I'm pretty sure, right? It looks like his table. But either way, so basically what it does is like it lowers the amount of memory. I don't want to steal the person's freaking video. I hate it when people claim, oh, it's fair use. Get the fuck out of here. Oh, I'm going to steal my video and react to it. It's fair use. So who is this? Windows Central. So anyways, when you hold like this button right here, it like you can literally like play 2 games at the same time and it uses like less memory and power than freaking Windows just running with absolutely nothing. It's pretty insane. So the way I was explaining it the other day to somebody I built a computer for, is it like because I want it to eventually come to Windows. It basically like it's like Android pretty much on computer, not performance wise, but it's like, you know how like when you're like, let's say you open up YouTube application and like you have your Steam application open and some other application open, and then you hit the little button, like the left button, and it shows you like all the apps that you have open. That's kind of what it's like. It's super cool. It's super interesting. I think it's pretty sick looking. But either way, that's really all I need to say about it. It's just the new handheld UI is available now. So for those of you that do want to download it, you can go and grab it and see what it's going to be like. And people are really enjoying it. So it's pretty sweet. And it's what I was saying. Like the Xbox is they're moving away from the console. So next up, woo, KONKR Pocket Fit like a portable PS2, but even better. Do you see how freaking insane the emulation and retro gaming scene is right now, dude? It's absolutely insane, like how much stuff has been popping. So anyways, this is a review of it. I mean, those joysticks look pretty thin. So let's actually go over that because those joysticks don't look very high quality. So it's $240. What does it have for specs in it? So this little handheld is gonna making it feel like more comfortable than the Ayaneo Pocket, and then I do like the way that's laid out with the little bumps right there. I think that would feel better in your hands. But those joysticks look super small and thin. They look really flimsy. I like the RGB around them though. It's pretty cool looking. I have this Xbox controller. It's like an Xbox Elite controller. Has buttons on the back of it. I hate it. I mean, I disabled them. Like you can disable them, but I still hit them, and it like I know that I'm hitting them, and it makes me think that something's gonna happen in the game. So Pocket Review display software. So oh wow, so it has 144 hertz refresh rate, which is better than a 120 hertz OLED screen. Dang, dude, that's actually pretty nuts. For $240, that's pretty crazy. That's a really good value. It's only 1080p, but for this, I don't think this has a display output from what I'm seeing. So it's not like you're going to be playing it on a massive TV anyway, unless the USB-C is USB-C in and out. Or specifications. Here we go. This is what I was looking for. Jeez, I'm crow. 8 gigabytes of RAM, 128 gigabytes of... Dude, so the thing is, I'm going to show you this. So the problem with 8 gigabytes of RAM in 2025, dude, I'm going to show you this right now. I mean, I'm obviously recording and I have a bunch of crap going, but still, like I have 20 gigabytes of RAM right now. All I have is Google Chrome and OBS open. That's it. That's all I have open. Google Chrome and OBS, 20 gigabytes of RAM. If I didn't have anything open, it would be using 6 gigabytes, just nothing. And I'm talking about like all startup apps disabled, like at nothing, just Windows. Like it uses 6 gigabytes of RAM. So yeah, so that's, I mean, obviously Xbox has their new UI, and that seriously is going to make a huge difference. And this is not a Windows handheld, right? I don't think this is a Windows handheld, which is honestly why there's PF. Freaking A, dude. This is a really long review. I really this is why I like AI. I summarize everything. But I think that the 12 gigabyte one would be a much better value because just because of that. So 12 gigabytes, I mean, it is $60 more, but I mean, Snapdragon, yeah, it's definitely Android. Okay. All right, I'm going to go ahead and move on from that one. Okay, so here we go. This is what I was looking for. Great design, powerful performance, comfortable controls. There's no OLED to screen. It's expensive if you want the top level model. How much was the top level model? $500. Yeah, see, because nah, dude, that wouldn't be worth it because all you do is you get more RAM and more storage. Which, let's be honest, I don't know. Because yeah, I don't think that's like double the price. I mean, it's double the storage and freaking RAM, but still, I don't think that's right. So Silent Hill, I might as well cover this, right? We got plenty of time, 40 minutes. Silent Hills PT gets a playable demake for the Game Boy. We just went over this, you friggin' idiot. So what was the last one? What was the other one that I wanted to share? Frig, dude, I forgot already. Well, I guess we're going to cut it short anyway. I mean, it's already 40 minutes, plenty of time to hang out and chill together, right? I've been trying to get each video to like 1 hour. Again, just because it's like what I want, dude. You know what I mean? It's what I want to watch. It's what I want to see. So I'm creating content the way that I would want to see it. So yeah, man, let me know what you guys think about all this stuff, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Ready? 3, end early.